Dumela Botswana. I'm Joanne from Dumela Bots Media. We spoke with Botswana Civil Aviation Authority about the Airport City Special Economic Zone. Could this reshape Botswana's aviation industry and unlock new opportunities? Let's find out.
Hello again, sir. If you can maybe just introduce yourself to the viewers.
Modipe Nkwe, I'm responsible for communication and public relations at the Civil Aviation Authority of Botswana.
Welcome to this interview, Mr. Nkwe. Mr. Nkwe, could you tell us a little bit about your partnership between the CAAB as well as SEZA and how this collaboration has contributed to the development of the Airport City SEZ?
Thank you very much for that question. What happened is that as part of the Seretse Khama International Airport, we had land around the airport, obviously for future expansion. And the future expansion may call for a variety of business opportunities. We could actually do an extra runway. But there are other supporting opportunities. We have hangars. There are other supporting infrastructure we might need. And one of those was the availability of land. When SEZA was formed and the idea of an airport city came through, then there was that approach between the owners of the land, being CAAB, and those charged with the responsibility to do special economic zones. And that economic zone was identified and as a development. So we had to partner with SEZ to develop that. For us, as an authority and those who manage the airports, is that other than just normal traffic, where landings and we get money or we get revenue from landings and takeoffs, we also have to generate what we call non-aeronautical revenue. Non-aeronautical revenue will be the rentals at the airports, the restaurants, the banks, etc., etc. So the economic zone is part of that revenue generating, other than just the normal air traffic, which will come out of the management of the airport, the landings and the takeover, and the aeronautical management, where we manage the skies. So that for us is another stream. Right. But what SEZA is actually going to do is facilitating the infrastructure development. When everything is over again and everything has been occupied, they will obviously move into other SEZ. Right. But we, as in terms of the partnership, we will continuously get that revenue going forward. So for us, it's another opportunity for revenue generation and sustainability of air business in the country.
And what impact do you think the Special Economic Zone will have on air traffic and cargo movement through Seretse International Airport as a business operating within the...
Thank you again for that question. In terms of cargo, we actually recognize there are quite a lot of other goods which have to move out of the country. The focus in the past in terms of the Botswana economic drivers have been mainly diamonds. And you will know that diamonds now are situated closer to the airport for easy cargo, if you want to use the word. But there are other means of other opportunities where we can actually export other material out of the country. Example, beef. Right. And when we were at the event, you also saw that there are other pharmaceutical companies coming to try to set up. So we know, or the dream about this country is to be export-led economy. We know we've got fewer numbers in terms of the population, with a wider size of the country, and good opportunities for export. And one of those, other than mining in the past and tourism is to look at other diverse ways to increase revenue. And one of those is cargo, air traffic, etc., and all those other opportunities around that. Right. And the proximity to the airport actually facilitates those. CAAB with other partners in terms of BTO, HATAB, Business Botswana, have signed a memorandum of agreement. The memorandum of agreement is basically to find ways of going out and soliciting more traffic to the country. Traffic could be in terms of human usage of flight. It could also be cargo. So, and we know, and we think as CAAB and SEZA that we can be a logistics cargo hub.
With the special economic zones playing a key role in Botswana's economic diversification, what is the CAAB's vision for the future of the Airport City Special Economic Zone, and how do you see this partnership evolving in the coming years?
One will want to see CAAB be in a position to be a profitable organization where it's able to sustain itself without a government subvention, and being a company owned by the state, being able to help the state be able to pay, as a shareholder, to pay back to the shareholder in terms of the investment. In that case, that's the growth of the economy.
Exactly.
So one basically says any state-controlled organization have been set to facilitate an economic drive or sustainability of the country. And we see that as an opportunity for us as the authority in terms of aviation to find ways of sustaining that and also paying to the shareholder being state, the state being the country, and obviously the revenue goes to the citizens of this country.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay. In your view, what opportunities does the Airport City Special Economic Zone create for Botswana's aviation industry, and how might this impact the development of other sectors?
Because of the kind of businesses which will come into the economic zone, manufacturing, for instance, will create jobs. But again, creating the direct jobs in terms of employees, but also creating jobs in terms of the export revenue generated from there, and the proximity for that export from the goods to actually move away from the city and directly. But remember, the city is also multifaceted. It's not only industries, it will be a city with hotels or accommodation for people. So it will really be that. And with that, we think is a way to grow Gaborone or even grow the country and facilitate more export-oriented economic drive.
Definitely. All right, then finally, looking back on CAAB's involvement with SEZA in this project, what would you say has been the most rewarding part of this collaboration for you personally and obviously for CAAB as a whole?
I do think it's good to have a piece of land, but generally a piece of land without any development doesn't really bring any economic value, or the economic value will be there, but will never be enhanced until there is there are other opportunities in terms of development. Now, with the authority in terms of specifically aviation, I think the focus in the past 10 years or 14 years of its existence was to make sure that the Botswana aviation meets international standards. The airports meets international standards. And that was the focus. And that has been the focus. Because it is then when you have all the international requirements fulfilled, you will be able then to be considered as a safe country to fly in or even to fly across. So, because there was that focus on the standards, the non-aeronautical revenue I could put it, was secondary.
Right.
And it was still going to come. SEZA coming in as an MOU opened that opportunity to accelerate that future development.
Okay.
So yes, that marriage, if you can call it, between SEZA and CAAB accelerated
Right.
a long-term vision in terms of sustainability and the usage of land. So it has a plus.
Definitely. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Nkwe, for sharing your insights on this partnership between CAAB and SEZA, and obviously the strategic importance of the Airport City Special Economic Zone. And it's clear to see that this collaboration is going to play a key role in driving Botswana's economic growth. And we look forward to seeing the positive impact this project will have in Botswana.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to talk to you and to elaborate in terms of this marriage between SEZA and it's for the benefit of this country and for future generation. And once again, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you.